You had to do it to him. Had to do it to him, didn't you? Okay, hi everybody. My name's Waddles. I'll stop. I just had to do it to you. I thought it would be a cool intro. So, I recently hit 20,000 subscribers, and I'd like to say thank you really quick before we get into our packs, because it means a lot to me. I never really thought that things would kind of go this far, and yeah, just thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and keep your eyes out for a special video that'll come out soon. But it's Datapack Day, so I have not 1, not 2, not 23, haven't I done this before, but 5 data packs. So today I have 5 simple quality of life data packs that will improve things about your game or your life. Now, I'm not going to list all the packs off in the beginning. They'll be listed off when I'm going over the packs as well as the creators, but keep in mind that each and every pack is linked down below. And if you like the looks of the pack, try it out for yourself. And if you like the pack, tell the developer of the pack that you like their work, because developers often don't get enough love. So definitely share that over there with them. They'll really, really appreciate it. But I think with all of that out of the way, let's just get into some of these packs. We'll start our day off with a wonderfully simple yet very useful data pack created by Blue Sheepify. So, this pack adds a little bit of functionality to Rotten Flesh. Rotten Flesh is in the game, of course, but it's kind of like boring, right? You can trade it to villagers. However, with this data pack, you can smelt up Rotten Flesh and turn it back. And I say back kind of loosely, but you can turn it into leather. So I have a really simple automatic setup here. You don't really need this automatic setup, of course. You can just put rotten flesh in a furnace and smelt it up. But yep, what's happening here is the rotten flesh is getting smelted down into the leather, which is really, really nice. It's a nice source of leather, especially if you have your hands on a zombie spawner farm or something like that. That's all this pack does. It's really, really simple, like I said, but it's quite nice and quite useful. This next data pack adds some functionality to dispensers that I believe should kind of just be vanilla. It just kind of makes sense to me. This is the Dispenser Crop Placer data pack by Arnie Miner Z. This is a pretty simple data pack, but there is a little bit more to it. We'll start off right here in front of this farmland area. If we look in these dispensers, we see we have carrots, potatoes, beetroot, and then wheat. Once we power those dispensers, crops are dispensed out as they normally would be. However, they are then instantly planted onto the farmland right in front of the block. If we grow up these crops just to make sure the order is right, we will see that, of course, the order is correct. Carrot, potato, beetroot, and then wheat. However, that's not all that this data pack does. If we swing over here to this soul sand block and we press the button on this top dispenser, nether wart is dispensed out and then planted on the soul sand. Now, you can also, of course, as normal, have the dispenser right next to the block. That would apply for this one over here too. You can have the dispensers up in the air and you could shoot crops down into your farm if you wanted to do things that way. Now, this dirt floating here actually has a reason, and that is because if you have dirt in front of your dispenser, or again below it, and you have saplings in that dispenser, the dispenser can plant those saplings. You don't need the wood variant buttons. I just put those there kind of to show things off, but that's all that's going on. It's literally just saplings inside of a dispenser. Then over here, finally, I have a little bit more of a complex setup for dark oak trees. That is exactly what this data pack does. If you think about it, with this data pack in your world, you could really get some crazy automation going on with tree farms and crop farms, especially the crop farms. You could auto bone meal crops and then have them harvest automatically and then have them dispense back automatically, all while also being automatically thrown into a chest. This data pack is super, super useful, and it's pretty simple. Our next data pack for today stays on that whole dispenser note. This is another wonderful pack by Arnie Miner Z. This is the Dispenser Breed Animals data pack. So, with the last pack, we saw that dispensers can plant saplings and crops. This pack can feed animals and put them into love mode. So we have a cow below this dispenser and a cow below that one. That's just so each cow gets fed some wheat. Hey, no. If we turn the dispensers on really quick and the wheat gets thrown down, we can see that both of the cows ate that and they just bred. There is now a baby cow in here as well. Now, this is going to work for all of the mobs that can be bred so long as you put the correct, thing in it. So cows take wheat, a pig could take a carrot or something like that. But you could set up some kind of automatic little setup like I have here, and every so often have crops get shot out, and you pretty much have some kind of infinite animal farm or something. Again, with this feature, you can get into some crazy automation stuff, at least with getting tons and tons of animals inside of a farm. You could easily hook this up to a hopper clock and, well, yeah, like I said, have crops come out every once in a while. Our next quality of life or simple data pack is the Uncraft Pack by 01 rendering 01. This pack does exactly what the name sounds like it would do. You can uncraft things. The amount of things that you can uncraft with this pack is pretty absurd. So I've laid out, just a few things in this chest to show you what's going on. I'm not going to go through everything because almost everything can be uncrafted and turned back into what it once was. Boom, we just got an advancement, by the way. That's another thing I love about this pack. It adds in some advancements, and we need to try to uncraft all of those things, and we'll do it in just a minute just to see what's going on. However, if you have a thing with multiple ingredients like this comparator here, you will still get all of the ingredients. However, it's just showing the nether quartz right now. If we grab the nether quartz, 3 torches and 3 stone were thrown into our inventory as well. That is, of course, all of the ingredients for that thing. So we can uncraft beds, and we get some planks thrown at us. We can uncraft dye, and we get a flower. We can uncraft a button, and we get a plank back. Stairs turn into slabs. But yeah, tons and tons of uncrafting things. So if you accidentally make way too many things, you can fix it. Or the uncrafting thing is quite nice, right? But it also could help you as well. Let's say you're going to a desert to get tons and tons of sand. You've dug up that whole desert or whatever, and you filled up your inventory. You could then go ahead and turn the sand into sandstone, right? So just like that, and then you would be able to go and dig up more sand, and when you get back to your base, you go ahead and turn all of that sandstone that you have back into sand. So you could combine stacks of things in your inventory, go back, and then uncraft them back into whatever they once were. So, like in my example, sand. That's pretty crazy. Now, we're going to go ahead and just play around with uncrafting some of these things and just see what kind of advancements we get. So, we already did the crafting table, actually, so I'm just going to throw that one out. But let's start off with the magma block. We get the magma cream and a little advancement. I think those are all advancement ones, so spoiler alert. Shulker shell, we get shulker shells, 2 of them, and a chest, just as we would suspect. Pack dice. We'll do that one last. That one's really interesting. Damaged anvil. Look at all of these advancements that we're getting. A jukebox, tons of wood, or a single diamond, TNT, and we'll wait for all of these to catch up. I am getting so many advancements. But here we go. Infested stone brick. What do we get? Nothing. I guess we can't uncraft the infested stone brick, but you get the point of the pack. It's really awesome. Try it out for yourself, definitely, and, try uncrafting things, because if you have the pack, you can uncraft pretty much almost anything in the game, and, of course, you'll get all of the items back as well. And last, but certainly not least, is the Armor Statues data pack by Datapack. I know I butchered that name. I'm sorry. However, as you can see right in front of me, there's some armor statues that are posed, and it kind of looks like we're on maybe a minigame server or something like that. But of course, we're not. So, if I go ahead and grab a statues control book and we grab a brand new armor stand, we can go ahead and start to set up our own statue over here. So, you place an armor stand down, you would craft it just like normal, and then you have this book. To get this book, you use the function command. You're going to type /function and then armor stand statue setup. And you will spawn in that little block, and you press the button and you get the book like you saw. In the book are all of the controls. First off, we can check the target, and that is the target, right? It's glowing white. You would want to do that if you have a lot of statues around like I have over here. So, with our target on this stand here, we can go to the next page. Now we have all of these options. Do we not want the base? No, we don't want the base. There we go. No base plate. Now, do we want a small one? Yeah, but actually I don't, so no, we don't. Do we want maybe arms? Yes, we definitely want some arms. So right there we have an armor stand with some arms. I think that's cool. Then, oh, whoops, I didn't want it to hold the book. Well, I guess it's going to hold the book, okay? We could rotate it, but we're going to move on to the poses right here, which is what I really like. Let's see, maybe we want a face palming stand. So now we have this stand posing as a face palm, and if we put things on it, we would see more of a face palm. We can see a pretty apparent and apparently painful face palm. So if we go back to the book, we'll check the target. Yep, we're on this one still. Oh, and by the way, when you check the target to get it to go away, look away from the stand, or just kind of wait. But let's go ahead and try, maybe pointing. There we go. We have an armor stand pointing at something. So if you're setting up a map, perhaps you could use this to kind of guide people around your map or something like that. If we go ahead and go back into the book and try, I don't know, let's do running. There we go. We have a running armor stand. Right here is the formal stance, I believe. Let me see. Yep, it is formal. And then over here, we have a walking armor stand. This is a small armor stand. There's a whole lot to this pack, and if you're interested in it, you should definitely try it out for yourself. And I must say, I absolutely love this book. On the final pages are some more rotating options for things. So let's rotate the head up a little bit, right? And then let's go ahead and, I suppose, move the right leg back a little bit more, so we have a little bit more of a run action going on. But that's that on page 5, and then on page 6, you can lock and seal these things so they will never move, right? You could have these stands kind of posed around your world, again, like a minigame server or something like that. I don't know what this one is. It's arabesque. It's funny though. Looks like a superhero. But those are 5 simple quality of life data packs. All of these packs will definitely improve something about your world. Maybe you want some better statues. Maybe you'd like to set up some automatic crop farms. And when I say automatic, like for real automatic. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Datapack series. Again, all of these packs are linked down below. If you try them out and you like them, tell the wonderful creators that you liked their work. That could inspire them to create more or just make them a bit happy. If you've enjoyed this video, help me out and leave a like and subscribe. Again, thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers. That's just still so crazy. I hear the number and I'm like, what? No, that's not a thing. So thank you so much. Keep your eyes out for a special coming soon, and go have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. And my name is Waddles. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.